The time is nigh. Open up your eyes to see the signs of the times. Got to be wise to all of their lives. Look to the sky from where my help comes. Wake up, got to wake up from the slumber. Don't let them pull you under. Rise up off the water. Never let them wrestle you into the mud.
Wait, okay, wait. Hang on. Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Menen. Yes, family. One perfect balance. Welcome to another special edition of Politically Incorrect, where we get it correct. And if we're not correct, feel free to correct us. Yes, it's one of those beautiful days again. And thank you for tuning in, telling a friend to tell a friend. Wow, what an amazing week this was. Tonight, we're going to touch on part 2 of the conversation. What do we do when the money runs out? Well, for those who didn't know, the question is being asked, how do you survive a recession? How do you survive a recession? We're going to touch on a few things, and we're going to get into other things. We're going to just have a conversation. Revelation time. I hope y'all paid attention to what happened on Wednesday night. Wednesday night program was nothing but jewels. I hope y'all catch them because they have value. And in this kind of time, jewels are a necessity. So stay tuned. Go tell a friend. We going live. Well, we already live, but we're going to drop a tune real quick and go from there. Let me find it. Matter of fact, I know where it's at. Some of y'all might know this tune, man. Classic. Ay. Money worries. Go tell a friend, family. Anyway, we go. Money worries. Anywhere you go, family. Money worries. Don't let them fool you, family. Don't let them fool you. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend, family. It's the only.
Anywhere you go,
no matter where you go, family, people crying left, right, and center, man. Same problem. Ay. Money worries, man.
Everyone would like to live happy, eating and wearing the best in life.
That's right.
To really do so, my friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend, family.
Money is the only problem.
Money is the only problem, man. Money worries, man. If you can hear me, give me a sound check, family. You know the feed 4 sounding good, man. Thumbs up, hearts. Let me know how you sound, man. Let me know how it coming through the internet, man. Give me some feed forward, family. It's gonna be one of those nights, man. Buckle up. Go tell a friend to tell a friend. Politically incorrect, up and running, man. We discussing economics tonight, man.
Word up, sir.
Discussing economics, family.
Everyone would like to live happy.
That's right.
Eating and
Only want the best in life, man. But in order to do so, family, money is the only problem, man. Anywhere you go, family, landlord, supermarket, light and power, water authority. Give me the coolie man, man. Give me the coolie man. Hey, boy, you want the money here? Serious, family. Ay, 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 ay. Anywhere you go, man. Ay, 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 ay. Money worries, cheese. On the main tone, man. Money worries, man. Them is classic tunes. I know if y'all know them tunes there, so them tunes is just take you back someplace. You put that one in the comments for those who are interested in the kind of lyrics we're dealing with tonight. Pierce that one and let me go. Money worries. Show it to everybody in the inbox early. Give thanks for the support as always. Money worries, man. You say you got my grab. I paying attention to the stocks and bonds. Well, maybe the stocks, not the bonds, because Barbados, we lost $1 billion in bonds the other day. Yeah, y'all, you wanna forget, yeah. I ain't forget that. How do you lose $1 billion though? Like they invest in their own bonds and lost $1 billion. Like the government invests in their own bonds and lost $1 billion, and they tell you to invest in the bonds. Something wrong, family. Something seriously wrong with people's head. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Yes, I see Guyana in the building. Show it to all my GT family. Oh gosh, man, Demerara. Show it to Demerara. I gotta show it to Demerara. That's for obvious reasons, man. Home of the revolution and the revolutions, man, for sure. I see you, my maroon family. I see you. Black Lion Security. I see you. Daffodil, what's going on, man? Jackie again. Happy. True, right, true. This one here, I gotta give a special shout out to my Rasta people, right, true. In fact, hold on a second. Today is what? Today is Friday, for sure. Yeah. In fact, hold on a minute. Shabbat Shalom for all those observing the Sabbath. Want to give a special shout out to the rabbi or the rabbis that are here. I'm aware of one for sure, at least one. Give thanks for coming again and being present to put things in order. Shabbat Shalom to you and the whole family. Assalamu alaikum to my Islamic family. Peace, Islam to the Moors. Ashe Hotep to the conscious community, spiritual people. Namaste. My brothers and sisters out in the East, y'all already know how that go. Rastafari to the brethren and the sister in right through. Even the ones that cut the locks, that got the home put down by the bundles. Still love y'all, man. Rastafari, love you long time. And to everybody else, it is strictly love and light and love, right through. However you feel it, man, just receive it. You know what I mean? It's one of the kind of evenings. But definitely give shout outs to everybody, including the sunflowers, the daisies, the chrysanthemums, even the zinnias, man. Jeez, oh, man. Somebody's calling for Jimmy Cliff, man. Good night to you too, family. I see you. Marion, I see you. Yes, blessed love. Natasha, we see you too. We see you. Anywhere you go, it's the same money cries. I telling you, man. I telling you. Empress, we see you too. Show it to the family for sure. All the fire people. Beverly, man, I ain't gonna tell you, Bev. It's all good. Yeah, Jacqueline, I see you. Maria, I see you. Brenda, I see you. I hope I ain't missed somebody because you get a phone call. Why you ain't call my name? I here trying to scroll through. I try to keep up. Anyhow, family, look, do me a favor, family. I want y'all to send nothing but hearts. Pause right now and let's push the heart button, man. Let's push the heart button and send energy up in the universe, man. Because right now, man, a lot of things happening. A lot of families experiencing death, unfortunately, by suicide and other ways. We just want to send good energy. Just send good energy, man. Just from your heart to the world, just release good energy, positive energy. And make sure that, you're dealing with healing, man. Love coming from the heart, just healing vibrations, strictly healing vibrations, man. Strictly healing vibrations. Glenn, I see you, family. Listen, I want to give a special shout out, a special recognition, and a special salute to the elder that I came across yesterday. Providence, man. And also the folks from the Joe Witness, I want to give a shout out to the Joe Witness as well. Very interesting conversation. And more importantly, I want to give a shout out to the Rasta family, and also say my condolences and more strength really to the family that lost the king, man. You know what I mean? You remember the family that had the challenge with the school and the homeschooling, and it was, the sister was trying to prove them otherwise. Shout out to the whole family, and I don't always recall how to pronounce the brethren name, but the king, Rastafari brethren, you know what I mean? The man is a sacred man, and may he travel the universe now in a spiritual form. I mean, he find that place of, I can't even say find that place of, because the elder was firm. He was always firm. So may he continue to be firm in all his travels. Rastafari, man. A general salute, travel wise, king. And more strength to you and the family as well. Big up to Dominique in the building, the whole Dominican posse. Shout out to the Dominican family. Shout out to my Antiguan family, my Vincentian family. I tell you, Guyanese in the building already, all I know. And the Trinidad massive too. And anybody else, Jamaica, everybody else, North America, especially family up in New York, NYC, and all over, man. Yeah, it's that kind of night, family. But I definitely want to shout the elder that shared the information. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Moors, man. And I'm telling you, man, a lot more going on than meets the eye here. And I give thanks to them words of wisdom and encouragement. Real thing. We here, family. We here. Having said that, well, like I said, Mystic, I see a Mystic. Like I said, I ain't trying to leave out nobody, because if I leave out anyone, not nobody, anyone, I will hear it. No, man, I will hear it. I will hear it. I will hear it. Yeah, shout out to all the Guyanese family, massive, loud and proud. I love it. I love it. GT. Love, listen, look, man, I can't even pick a favorite Caribbean territory. I can't pick it. The Antilles, just amazing. I love St. Vincent, knowing that, what they call St. Vincent now. I love St. Lucia. I ain't been Dominica yet. I ain't been Guyana. But Guyana, man. Guyana, man. Loving it. Anyhow, family. Tonight program, I got a few things I want to share. Make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and click on the all button too, because a lot of folks tell me they're not getting notifications like they used to get notifications. And you all already know. Like I said to you, don't mind the truth, because trust when I tell you behind the scenes, you will not believe the kind of numbers I see. I can't even make it make sense. But anyhow, but you go on like and subscribe. At least that way you get the notification most often than not when we coming on to do the live. So you can't say miss it. But yeah, it's all love. So here's the deal though. Remember we talked about the money on Wednesday in terms of the switcheroo, the pretty currency in exchange for the old one. And at some point in time, they're going to discontinue that. Well, they've done it in other places already. Well, I want to take a trip across the water real quick. I ain't going too far, but going far enough. Remember this article right here? Let me pull it up. I'll give you all the link to this right here. Let me go ahead and share this with you. Let me just copy the link first. I want you all to go and take a look at this. This is dated. Let me put this on the screen. Give me a second. Put this on the screen real quick. Let me go here instead. This is dated. In fact, hold on. Let me go all the way, man, so you can see it clear. Let me get it up close and personal. Make this a little larger. Yeah. This is dated the 17th of July. 17th of July, 2023. Nigeria declares food shortage state of emergency. Let me put this link in the chat because I need y'all to understand the gravity of what we do here at Politically Incorrect. Shout out to the inbox crew, by the way, and the information that be coming forward, man. This link is in the comments. Make sure you save it, copy it, share it with your friends, and read this article. You got to read this article, family. You got to read this because understand, Nigeria kind of try to push the cashless society, try to get this thing with the cashless going. So they started to limit the money that you get from the ATM, despite the fact it's your bank account and you can withdraw whatever you want to. They kind of started telling you how much you can get at any one time. Strangely enough, I mean, you should be able to have access to your money when you want it. Or so you would think. But that didn't quite work out because Nigerians started to tear the place down, causing problems. Well, they had to reconsider. So now there's a new tactic being deployed. Food shortage. Now, remember I told you all, the way to catch the people is to control the food. Men, if we don't start producing and planting and we can't feed our family, they are going to turn on us. I'm telling you, a mother, a woman is not going to sit by and watch her children starving because you don't like Mia and think that she ain't going to Mia for some food. Some might not, and I agree there's some that a bit more firm. Even the firm ones going to be tested because any day the children's crying for food. Anyhow, so this article right here, like I said, came out, it's a little under a week ago, this week actually, 17th. I want y'all to go ahead and take a serious look at this and stabilizing the nation. You got to go through it because there are a lot of points we could pull out from here. And I can tell you something, and I can tell you something real serious. We talked about food security. They talked about reducing the food security in the Caribbean. Well, not the food security. We talked about reducing the import bill for food in the region by 25%. Remember that? 25 by 2025. Well, they said this about a little over a year ago, last year. Next time you get a chance, pass by Lears. Remember the big thing? We're building this big compound out by Lears. We got the water right there. We're going to rent from Carl Williams because that's who own it pretty much. We're going to rent his water, use his water, and then pay him for the stuff we use on his property while we're paying to rent it anyhow. And we're going to do something with Lears in terms of food security. When you get a chance, family, you driving, if you mobile, let's cut through the back there real quick by Low Estate and keep driving across to the roundabout. And then as if you're going to what you call it, Baby's Lane. I think I could be wrong calling names because I don't know the names of these roads, but Ready Block the Ready Block is the place and that kind of stuff. And let's keep driving across here on the left-hand side. That's Lears, all that land. I see a few greenhouses going up. Not bad. It's small, but still, nevertheless, you probably do a bit of lettuce in there. Do me a favor, family. Pass by Lears and see what's growing in regards to this project. Please pay attention, family. Please, please, please pay attention. The future of our nation depends on it. So I need you all to pay attention to this right here on a serious, serious level. I can't stress this enough, because it is important that we recognize that if we are going to endure and survive any form of recession, the first thing you're going to need to be able to do and supply rather, is food. In any recession, the first thing you're going to need to do is be able to access food. You can't access food, you're going to have problems, big problems. So check that article out, like I said, and do some research on it. And then you can always look and juxtapose it to your demographics, especially my family up in Dominica, who don't really get a lot of news. Right here in the Caribbean is one media. We're going to share it all together. And check and see whether in Antigua, St. Vincent, wherever else. Check and see what kind of food the government's storing up for you, because if the Caribbean importing at least 60-70% of the food we consume via the supermarkets, we know supermarkets ain't closing because that's how they make their money. However, if they control the flow of food goods coming out of the supermarket, rather than packing the shelves with 10 boxes of tuna, for example, we just going to put up 4, which means it's going to be a scramble for the cans. Understand what's happening. The prices liable to go up. Although they got it, don't get me wrong. They may have it, but when they start to ration it out is when it becomes a problem. The scarcity of something always determines its value. Keep that in mind. Especially when it comes to water and toilet paper. I can't believe it, but yes, I actually said toilet paper. People get all mad for toilet paper. Yeah. Something about wiping with newspaper or wet newspaper or leaf seems a bit uncomfortable. How about going and bed? They go on bed. But anyhow, Aunt Rose. So here we're going on. Food, big thing. So I got another article to share though. Let me just go right into that one now. So like I said, Nigeria, the cashless society thing didn't quite work out. Nigerians start to pull it apart, make things happen. So guess what happening now? Food scarce. What you think gonna happen if you want food? Now watch the science. If you want to access the food banks, you have to come and you have to scan this ID or digital ID to transfer digital currency because the cash scarce. Don't forget. In order to access food, you're going to have your card. Without the card, you're going to have problems. You see where they're kind of manipulating you into doing things you may not want to do? But let's bring it home now. So we had an incident that most people know about the other day, and it was a big, big, big thing. Well, a lot of comedy. I don't want to put up the videos. I don't want to put up the pictures of the van or the ZR van, the black and white video. What I will do, however, is play this particular clip right here. Let me see first. Let me get y'all to see this. Let me just make this public on my page. Here we go. Yeah. Make sure the volume on.
Stakeholders in terms of promoters have a big role to play in managing and putting on their own events. Now, putting on events where they are concerned, their main thing, just like us, should be the safety and security of patrons who attend their events. So anytime promoters are planning these mass crowd events, the first thing they should be thinking of the safety of my patrons. And the safety of patrons should not be compromised in no form or fashion. It isn't a solemn undertaking that must be honored. And no willy-nilly fence or proverbial Venetian blinds to serve the purpose of securing events in Barbados.
All right, hold on. There's two videos I want to play. Of course, this being one, and this other one. Give me a second. You see how black people look alike, right? Hold on a second. There you go. You see? It look like the same guy, doesn't it? Right, here we go.
I guess persons who are present now would have seen the viral video which was out there with
Yes.
the ZR
This is
driver in the
it.
van.
This is it. This is it.
It's no
Listen.
secret what
Listen.
occurred there.
Listen.
And we're making some headway where that is concerned. One person is in custody and the other one is being sought. So that should bring some level of satisfaction, not only to the victim involved, but to other persons who would have shown some degree of fear and uneasiness when that incident occurred. But I will assure members of the public that we in the police service and other persons who work with us are well aware of what is happening, and we are doing everything within our remit to make sure that the situation is brought under control. Our detectives and other persons who are in these units are well briefed, they're knowledgeable of what is expected of them, and they are delivering. So the crime for us is there, but we are up and ready to fight the battle. And I can assure Barbados in general that the Barbados Police Service, the Barbados Defense Force, and all the stakeholders who assist us in dealing with criminal activity, they are on board with us, and we will succeed going forward.
And we will succeed going forward. And we will succeed going forward. Let me say this, family. Let me say this. Recognize, right, that they're pretty confident with this. Me personally speaking, I can't swear for it. I wasn't there. I wasn't in the planning room or the planning stage. But that thing seemed a bit, to me, like I told you, I actually thought it was a TikTok video. I thought it was like some guys practicing for a TikTok prank. I didn't think it was serious. I mean, it seemed somewhat comical. But a lot of serious things are said in jest. A lot of serious things are said in jest. But why did I say that? This is why I say that. This is exactly why I say that. Let me show you why. Let me show you why. This is why right here, family. Y'all seeing this? For y'all seeing this? PSV body says owners going ahead with cashless system in effort to reduce robberies. Now, wait a minute. Hang on 1 second. Now, there's something called, let me see what it's called. What do you call it? I think serendipity, something like that. I can't remember. One of them fancy words, if that's even the word I want to use. But isn't it kind of odd that, isn't it kind of strange that, don't it seem a little, timely that while the transport board is practicing, installing, and looking to implement and roll out their cashless system in a matter of days, we get a robbery. Not just get a robbery, we get a recorded robbery that looks very comical. Poor one guy probably got roped into it. I mean, that just, I don't know. It just seemed very timely to me. It sounds like a Hungarian theory. I could be wrong. If you don't know what Hungarian theory is by now, it means you're new to this platform. Go look it up. What I'm saying, however, is that it seemed a bit scripted. I find that, it looked a little comical, but that's a serious situation, man. That whole thing is a serious situation. There's nothing funny about that. I mean, people writing songs and laughing, joking, and memes and whatever else. That whole situation is serious, deadly serious. I mean, the gun could have gone off by accident or on purpose. Fat my head would have been recorded being splattered all over the screen. Fat man could have collided head on into a pole, send him flying through the windscreen along with the two other individuals. Could have run into the back of a car, killing 2 and 3 and 4 or 5 people. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that the brother, he ain't had to do what he had to do. I'm just saying, man, that situation ain't nothing to laugh at. You. It's serious. Run off the road and hit a pedestrian, a woman carrying a baby with a stroller. It could be a number of things, family. What if doesn't have a boundary? Doesn't have a boundary. So my point is, strange, man, that we should have this video and this incident. Well, let me just read this real quick. Let me read this. Hang on a second. Let me read this. Let me give you all the link to this first. Let me post the link right here in the comments for those who are interested in reading the article. And let me tell you what let me tell you what the government is planning. For those who are sleeping, for those who watch the video for entertainment purposes only, allow me to bring you up to speed. No more waiting. PSV body says owners going ahead with cashless system in effort to reduce robberies. The transport board will be going cashless from next month with plans to roll out the payment system to privately owned public service vehicles sometime after. But PSV owners says that given the need to make themselves less of a target for robberies, they have no intentions on waiting on the state-owned entity to implement the cashless system within their own operation. Chief Operation Officer Linda Holder revealed in an interview with Barbados Today. Oh yeah, by the way, show it to Barbados Today. On Wednesday, that the transport board is in the planning and preparation stage for introducing the automated cash fare collection system. Sorry, the automatic cash fare collection system. She says, we have already installed, listen to this very carefully, family. By the way, this is dated, when is it dated? July the 19th? The 19th. Look like Wednesday, July the 19th. Yeah, the 19th. Anyhow, listen what she says. We have already installed the equipment on the vehicles. We have already done the training for our staff, and we did do some testing for the equipment itself. We are not yet ready to do the full launch. We are still aiming to get that done within the next month. She further goes on to say, we want to make sure that as we roll it out, we are addressing all of the possible areas of challenges. We are going to roll it out using the old age pensioners first, which is a captive demographic. and we are working with the ministry that is in charge of the um, new digital ID cards. Hmm. Hmm. So there's a relationship between the two. Okay. But they did tell us that the ID cards will be used to get on the bus. We already knew that. But now you're getting a full readout. Working with the ministry that is in charge of the new ID cards to ensure that the two systems link properly and there are no issues, and that the system would recognize that this person is of a certain age and would prompt and allow them to go. We are aiming for August, Holder added. Explain the cashless method of payment. The COO said that while pensioners would only need to touch their new digital Trident ID card on the equipment in the buses, other passengers would have to obtain a specially issued card for select transport board from select transport board outlets, like a bus pass. Where have you seen this before? Try England. Hey, go look it up. Go look it up. Family, while you were sleeping, them fi tired fi see me face. Can't get me out of the race. Propaganda them spread. Yeah, listen, man. Somebody said unemployment, I guess. Of course, of course. It means that, man, look, there's no more conductors, man. We don't need a conductor. Just gotta swipe your card and you good to go. It means I ain't got no change for you neither. So I ain't gotta stick up and make coins, except for those who still working little cash thing. But for the rest of folks, it's swipe and go. Just look at the supermarket. With your new Trident ID card for the pensioners, but the others will get a special card from selected transport board place. I guess the bus terminal, basically. I mean, they ain't want to call it the bus terminal, but I suppose it's the bus terminal. Or maybe they're going to sell it in other outlets. But let me put this link right here for those who are interested in doing so. Like I said, it was posted just now. Go check it out. Read the rest of the article because it goes on to add to. Let me just finish part right here. Hold on a second. It goes on to say it is basically going to be a card with a chip in it that you can put money on. Top it up at any of our locations that we will identify for you. And you can put some funds on it and you can use it as an e-wallet. Now, wait a minute, man. Hold on, man. You're making sport. So you mean to tell me I got my ID card that got a chip in it, that I got a pin. Now I got to buy a bus card that got a chip in it. They got to put money on it that I'm sure I probably have to pin as well. Could be wrong. Okay. So at what point do they start to merge the two? Remember they said they're working closely with the systems. They're working closely with the office that deal with the cards. So you know at some point the two going to become one. I mean, it's already one for the pensioners. Let's see where this goes. Family, I'm telling you, go read this article. I mean, it's a bit long. Go check it out. Go and check it out. This is Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Go check it out, family. You can't say it was not told. So like I said, I am not saying Fat Man wasn't in danger. I'm not saying that your men did or did not do anything. I was not there. I do not know. I saw videos like everybody else. What I'm suggesting, however, is that something ain't quite right. Call the hunch. Call the hunch. Call the hunch. But I hope that everybody's all right. So the increase in crime is a conversation they're also having with people who are interested in that conversation. Like I said, the PSV workers said they're not waiting to the bus. People come and get in the green light. They're going to try to put it in themselves. They want the cashless system. So I'm not really sure how they plan to put that in the vans, but I suppose they plan to go and volunteer to have their vans outfitted with the necessary hardware. And the video that you heard earlier was the officer talk about the events so that they could protect the people. Remember the last event, some folks rushed the place and did all kind of, well, some folks rushed the place. I have a question for my, people who were planning these events. Because to my knowledge, when I was involved in planning events, well, I planned 1 or 2 events before, in case you didn't know. One of the things you have to do is go to the police, and you have to pay for police security. So I found it a bit strange that the officer would say that, I would think that they were involved, unless, because there's some events that's held in Barbados around the same time, crop over mostly, that don't hire police officers to work on their behalf. They don't. Because they don't feel they need them. But because of the event, it looks like they obviously do. I have a question. I wonder, inquiring minds want to know, did the event where you see the young people rushing the stage, well, this is the other part of that conversation, because I guess that's what he was referring to. Did that event, the promoters of that event, I wonder if they hired the security services or they just kind of overlooked them, and then this incident, these young men who all seemingly got there at the same time, which means they had transportation all at once, all came up there wearing similar colors and whatnot, seemed like this was well organized. I wonder if they knew that the security forces wasn't going to be there, because I mean the police was there in their usual colors and ranks, outlining the place. The men in the blue with the 2 arms, the men in the blue. Nobody wasn't rushing the place. Nah, the men in the, that wasn't going to happen like that. So I wonder if they kind of overlooked the security, and then this thing kind of coincidentally Hungarian-ish like happened. Hungarian theory, family, look it up. Hungarian theory, go look it up. You can't make this stuff up, man. I'm telling you, Barbados is not a real place. I'm tired of telling people that, man. It's not a real place. You cannot make this stuff up, man. You cannot. Anyhow, that was the other link I wanted to share with the family. So, having said that, let me wait a minute. I don't want to miss the comments, because people to miss the comments. I got a comment section here now. Let me see what's going on. You know what I need to do? Just had an idea. Epiphany. What are your thoughts, family, about this situation? Y'all think it's coincidental? You think it's good timing? Or perhaps divine intervention? Give me your thoughts and comments down below. Let me check them out. Let's see if we get to some real solutions here and real ideas. Like I said earlier, how do you survive the recession? I got some advice I want to share with people, and I want you all to take this thing very serious. We talked on Wednesday about what's going on. Now that we're going to this cashless society, remember I said on Wednesday that the physical cash, will become scarce. I see you, Andrea. Divine greetings to you too. Shabbat Shalom, family. I see you, my family. You know who you are. The brother said that is pure nonsense. I'm not sure what he's referring to. Maybe something I said is a possibility. Could be. Oh, you meant the bus implementation. I see part 2. Anybody thought of the logistics of this? How the people going to pay? Are they going to issue cards to be filled with bus fare, basically, or are we going to use the new digital ID cards? You see, you already on point, brother man. I see you already on point. They're trying to make it look separate. We can give you a bus card. We know at some point the bus card will become, because people going to claim that the bus cards were stolen. All my bus fare on my card. But you can't steal the ID card, because the ID card got your picture on it. Next, you're going to have to crack down on people stealing bus cards. This thing deep, man. But yeah, they got plans, brother. They got plans. I'm glad you see it, though. I'm glad you see it, man. Because you're supposed to get those ID cards and just hook them up to your bank account. If you don't agree one way, they will make you agree the next. If you don't agree one way, they'll make you agree the next. You see what's going on? Y'all on point, family. That's why I love y'all so, man. Although they said the cards won't be used in that matter. Come on, man. The politician, they talking. What do you expect? The truth? No, man. The Transport Authority did say that there was nothing stopping PSV from installing the system. You see? And it kind of, I mean, the video sends shockwaves through a lot of people. A lot of people found it funny. I heard there's even songs about it, all kind of stuff. And you know what? Yeah, a lot of serious things I said in jest. Remember this day in history, man. Can't trick the Rasta man, though. Can't trick the Rasta man. And I ain't knocking nobody. Like I said, I wasn't there. I don't know. You know, but for me, it's a serious situation. Talk your talk. That you gun him went off and send fat man brains flying. That video would not have been so funny. If the van had crashed, it wouldn't have been funny. Yes, we could argue that the youth supposed to know better. But guess what? Think about it for a second. None of two of them youths imported any gun. Where they get the gun from? It's a toy gun. Why sell toy guns? Why encourage black youths to pretend shooting each other, which is all mind control and manipulation, and think when they get older that they ain't gonna do that? You pretend playing cops and robbers growing up. When you get older, you ain't gonna do that. Hungarian, man, Hungarian. So what about the conductors? Well, conductors will be on the unemployment line looking for new jobs. Unfortunately, perhaps some to get licensed and drive vans. I don't know. Some may have to wash the van, or I don't know. But just like the supermarket, the no longer cashier, the cashier goods, like the banks going automated, no more tellers. Yes, I was in the bank. I'm telling you, they only had 3 tellers in this bank, although they had about at least 15 counters. They had only 3. All the other signs were turned down. They were not out to lunch. They were missing. And when I inquired about it, I was told, well, this is new staff. Some have gone on, some have left the bank, the bank sent home people. Well, maybe I didn't see it in the paper because I don't always get the newspaper. But look, man, I done even talking about that, man. Y'all think I joking. I'm moving on. Catch up, man. This ain't no joke, man. So like I said, how are we going to survive this thing? Entrapment against the people. It is entrapment indeed. Yes, all the training they got going on, man. Where to find all these PSV owners to reply so fast? Because a lot of the PSVs are owned by government officials. That's a little inside information, though. Yes. People are going to be sorry, you telling me. We have been warned. Take heed. These times coming are serious. Shout out to my Jackie. Greetings from Dominica. Shout out to Jackie Dominica. Wait a minute. Okay, we got another Jackie here tonight. Shout out to Jackie from Dominica. Welcome to Politically Incorrect, where we get it correct. Make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend. This is what's going on, man. Barbados has transport board much further ahead than us. Sounds convenient yet scary for me on Orwellian level. Yes. 1984 much. Listen, don't get tight with it. It's a fact. Barbados is where they experiment for the region. So although you think Dominica is not yet there, Dominica is waiting for instructions from headquarters. I hate to have to say this. Barbados is headquarters for the region. Make no mistake about it. And don't let anybody tell you nothing different. Barbados run the Caribbean. Facts. It happens here first, then it goes to the region. That's why we have to stop it here first, so it doesn't go to the regions. So make sure y'all learn from Barbados. Stay tuned, stay watching. All this thing with the school, the gender, all this crazy stuff going on is coming to a territory near you soon. Don't get tired with it. Don't let your ministers get me and tell you no foolishness. Pay attention to the Barbados news, man, and you see what's going on. Or at least you will see what coming your direction so you can better prepare for it. Don't be like us, man. Don't be like us. Because like the virgins, right? Some were wise and some were foolish. Some came prepared and others thought it was good. You gotta know if you come prepared or if you think you good. Because if you think you good, if you don't know whether or not you good, but you think you good, you ain't good. This is 2023, family. You got to know now where you stand. Get your house in order, family. So they will know every trip you make and where you went. Of course, of course, of course. Tracking device, man. I see you, Angela. Wait a minute. First timer, that's what I do in Boston. Wait, hold on. Boston, BBB. Wait, hold on. You from Barbados living in Boston? Listen, I'm glad. Well, welcome to Politically Incorrect as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Boston in the building. Boston is a serious place, man. Boston is no joke. Boston is no joke. So although you're doing this already in Boston, it sounds good and dandy, and it may be convenient for some, but I'm telling you, pay attention, because in the long run, it's a means of control, a mechanism. And some folks say, well, I don't have no problem being controlled. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Why living by the rules? Like I said, man, Barbados is a different reality. A lot of folks looking at Barbados and thinking, oh, y'all got it so good, got it so good. Listen, I read an article recently in yesterday's paper. I think it was written by Mr. Bino. Shout out to Mr. Bino. Anybody know Mr. Bino? Tell him Emmanuel said, I salute him on that particular article. I don't really read too much of his articles, but he talked about the Chinese. This is my friend in Boston. He talked about the Chinese building us a stadium. And in essence, what he talked about was we will forever be in debt to China, although it's a gift. Every time you pass it, you got to thank the Chinese, boy. Look, if not for the Chinese, we would not have this stadium. The question was asked, why can't we build and finance our own stadium? Why can't we not build and finance our own stadium? Why not? Please, somebody put that comment down below. Tell me why we can't build and finance rather, cart before the horse. Why can't finance and build our own stadium? Why? Big brother watching. I agree, family. A lot ain't right. A lot ain't right. Seriously, man. Let me give you one more thing. Think about it, family. Our prime servant said that we're going to model this country off the Singapore model. They keep talking about the Singapore model. Everything you hear about Singapore model. Yes, Singapore, Singapore, Singapore. About the same size as Barbados. In fact, Google Singapore, family. Google Singapore. Look at Singapore GDP. Compare Singapore debt versus what they borrow. Listen to me. How can Barbados want to copy the model of Singapore when Singapore don't run around begging for money? Man, look, I ain't gonna leave that one right there, man. So which part of Singapore model we copying? Let me know exactly which part of the Singapore model we copying. Because when last I checked, Singapore don't own nobody no massive set of debt. In fact, please, somebody go Google Singapore real quick. What's the GDP and debt ratio? If I use the words correctly, you know, there's make fun of you. We don't pronounce English words correctly. The Queen's English, there's all one laugh and make a joke. Oh, man. Listen, go check it out and let me know right now. Inbox crew, link me, man. These comments say on fire tonight, man. I can't even keep up, man. Boycott crop over. Listen, let me give you crop over events. Save with the money. I love it, though. But tell the truth, people stressed, man. I ain't gonna lie. Barbadians stressed, overwhelmed, frustrated. The truth, in fact, is crop over is a means of ways that folks go and get to unwind. Pun intended. You drink a little wine, then you unwind. You get it? But unfortunately for some, it may lead you to go to the hospital with allegations of being, well, like I said, I don't know if that was true. What happened to the, like I said, it is a funny family. We living in changing times. You got to be wise in these times, man. Stop whining. It seemed like another milkshake and crocodile act. A few years ago, they were trying to install a fare box system in the PVS, and it did not get off the ground. Well, guess what? To swipe now, when the money goes straight to an account, look, first of all, the van owner got to set up an account. The money don't go, and guess what? The bus terminal, the transport board, is going to ensure how the money comes in and where it goes. So although I'm not involved in it, let me show you how this is going to work. So the transport board buses have the devices installed. The privately owned vans have them installed, but the car belongs to the transport board, which is part private and part government. It's a business, family. So which means that you have to pay the people who gave you the system a rental fee for the system. It's like installing an ATM machine. You gotta pay for the machine. The banks don't make ATM machines. Yeah, they gotta buy the machine up front as a one-time fee. Then you gotta pay the maintenance fee because who knows how to fix a machine other than the people who made the machine. It's a business. But after they collect all the money coming in from the PSVs and the government transport board system, then they'll reroute the money to your digital account based on that amount for the day or whatever. So all fees will be automatically deducted accordingly. I mean, you're gonna save the information, you know, like where you're going and that kind of stuff. Look, this is serious business, man. I feel all these things have been planned and rushed this cashless society into fruition. That's why saying the van situation seem a little. Look, you actually think that the prime servant wouldn't go to the extent of staging something like that? I mean, it sounds that far-fetched. You watch movies where all kind of crimes happen, then they say, and cut. Not saying that that's what happened. This is my disclaimer. Because like I said, for me, it's serious. People could have been hurt. I ain't making that a sport. Could have been hurt, man. The brother said it. Wait, hold on a minute. Carib Gems. I'm assuming. Yes, Algerian. That I know who that is. Yeah, the sister right there looking familiar. I hope I ain't gender wrong because you know people are going to box me. I'm not. Anyhow. Don't sell your soul, no wicked ones. Fam, let me give you one more, man. Speaking of bank, Jackie. Another Jackie here. Show it to the Jackie in Dominica. This is the other Jackie right here. Let me say this. Did y'all know, right, that the Central Bank of Barbados is where everybody's bank account in Barbados? Let me get a look. Hold on, man. Let me go there. Give me a second, man. Give me a second. Can y'all hear me clearly? Give me a sound check. Y'all still there? Give me a sound check. I got something to tell y'all real quick. Give me a sound check. The brother said the video going international. What? You for real? Daily Mail and all? Listen, I'm telling you, family. I'm telling you, that's to justify what they're about to do. They can't trick me. I can't fall for that. I can't fall for it, man. I ain't sure. Like, I ain't really watched the video that close to scrutinize it. You know, like, if they see oncoming traffic, like headlights or whatever, or just a one way. I don't know. I just saying it just... I don't know, man. I don't know. What I know is I don't know. What I do know is that I don't know. Algerian. That's all I can tell you. Hegelian is the word here that my sister Gemma posted as well. Go look this up, man. Go look it up, family. I want to tell you all something, though, seriously, though, on a serious note. So, when you deposit money to the bank, all the banks any days got to report the money and send it to the central bank. You go to the credit union, they got to document the money, report it, and send it to the bank, who then send it to the central bank, who send for the credit union to the bank to the central bank. So basically, the central bank distribute the money. People get it, however they get it, to work or whatever means, deposit it, spend it, whatever. Then it goes back to the central bank. So the central bank is always in the know of how much cash is in circulation, whether on your bed or in the bank. They know I put out $10 billion and I only got 7 accounted for, which means there's $3 billion stashed throughout the island, or what they call cash flow. It's flowing. It's not in the river bank. The currency is out to sea. Anyhow, maritime talk. So basically the central bank got all this money that you deposit, the money they gave you, that you gave them back. For you cannot make this up. They hold on to it for you. So at any given time, they have billions of dollars in savings in an account. Question. Why can't the government borrow money from the central bank, from the Barbados savings aspect of the central bank, so that when they repay this loan, that the dividends and the interest from the repaying loan goes to the shareholders, which is every Barbadian citizen that has an account in Barbados, that the government just borrowed the money for an investment. Oh boy, Minister of Finance, here I come, you. No question, family, real quick. You telling me that the credit union take your money, the bank take your money, they all take your money, give it back to the central bank, who's supposed to be just holding it. Why don't they let that money be invested, and therefore you, whose account the money came from, get the return on the interest, which is probably high, and the dividends in addition to your interest to grow wealth? Why we got to get it from the IMF and the World Bank and China and these other people when there's billions of dollars right here in Barbados in the central bank sitting down? Unless, of course, the central bank giving that money to somebody else to invest. Like, say, them other people. Yeah, I said it, man. I said it. Who vex? Them other people. And if you're offended by what I said, but I definitely mean you wanna. I mean, I'm not an economist, family, so if I wrong, somebody correct me. Please correct me, because, to get there and say the right, somebody talk bare foolishness when they're ready. Oh, man. Serious thing. She said, I hope that you ask for some new notes. If I ask for some new notes, you making sport. Look, family. This program gonna cause a bank run. Mark my word. They ain't gonna like it. But I'm telling you, it's who get there first here. Do not let these people trick you. But be smart though. Don't do a bank run. Don't listen to the hype. Be a wise strategy. You go in and get your change a little bit at a time, quietly and cleverly wherever you go. Yeah. Get it done accordingly. Be wise, family. Be wise. Don't let it trick you, man. Because the aim is to trick you. Banks have people showing you how to use the ATM to do transactions for a while now. So you would have to get in line. So you wouldn't have to get in line. You know what? I agree. I mean, I totally agree. Don't get me wrong. But some folks go in line because they make one cash a check. Some folks ain't got the card damage, can't afford to pay for a new one. It could be a number of reasons. You think people in their right mind want to go in the bank and stand up for almost an hour and a half just to go to the teller to say, look, I just want to withdraw $50? You might get sport. Nah, man. People got their reasons differently, so we got to be tolerant, man. PSV are owned by a lot of big ups. Seriously. Let me tell you all this, though. How do you survive a recession? I still had a few ideas. Let me get into you real quick before we roll out of here. I hear going to the comments, man. The comments got me. I can't get rid of these comments. I mean, we have a whole educated audience in here tonight. I give thanks for this wisdom. And I go back, I'm going to read every single one of these, because this is like a college course, man. Y'all smart, eh? Y'all smart. Most people think things are going back to normal, and that is the first mistake. This is just the beginning. Tell a friend, family. I'm going to say that again. Most people think that things going back to normal. Just the beginning. Understand this. Put it in perspective. We had the pandemic, COVID, because it was a plan. I mean, that was clear. The Locksmith documents, Rockefeller documents from 2010 proves that. I mean, it proves it without a shadow of a doubt. It was a plan, down to the dates, down to what they were going to do. The only difference was that they call it by different names. It was a giraffe or some crap as opposed to a bat and that kind of stuff. But apart from that, the plan from 2010 came out almost 90% accurate what they said was going to happen. So we already know that. We ain't questioning that. Like the World Trade Center. Ain't no questions. It's obvious at this point for those who paying attention. What was the mistake they made was, well, let me not say that, because it wasn't a mistake. What they recognized that was necessary to make COVID more efficient was the cashless society. Because after all, if you can pass on something by touch, well, you ain't gonna touch the money, just swipe and go. The ID cards, you can't go shopping, you cannot go shopping on your days off. When you get to supermarket, it will tell you, today is not your authorized day. Go back home. You can't get on the bus to travel because you're not allowed to leave the house today. You can't get on board. You're going to gas station to get a gas. You're out driving and you're going to gas station to get, you got to pay with your card. Same thing. You ain't authorized to buy gas today. Furthermore, you can only get 5 gallons. Look, you got to be able to see. You got to have this, what do they call it? Rastafari. You got to have sight beyond sight, family. If you cannot see into the future, that is not my fault. Stop eating the meat and grow your locks. Stop eating the meat and put in relaxer, man. Grow your locks, man. You gotta pay the barber, unless, I mean, that might be barber or the business, but don't get me wrong. You can still do the thing if you want to do the thing. But I'm saying that to say, get in tune, family, get connected, because to me, this is as clear as day. Like I can see this thing miles away. But anyhow, if you can't see it, I'm going to come and tell you what you see. There's an old African saying, if you want to know what's on the road up ahead, ask the man returning. Well, in this case, if I am returning, the question is, where am I coming from? Let me stop. I can't keep up with the comments, man. I can't keep up with the comments. I want to tell you also, how do we survive a recession? I can't do both. I can get a little piece and piece. Like I said, the first order of business, food. Secure your food. You can't survive no recession if you can't secure your food. Get with your church group. If you're in a church and your pastor is not discussing a food program with the church, you know, Mr. James, the deaconess, got up, we're going there Sunday and have worship. Instead of coming to church with your high heels and hats and matching books, listen, put on your boots, jean pants, and t-shirt. We're going to sing hymns while we pull up grass and plant tomatoes, yams, cassava. Listen, play the sister and dress song, man. We're going to plant up all the land. If your pastor, preacher, reverend, apostle, whoever you call him, is not advocating food security, you need to leave the church. In fact, hold on a second. Call this number right here, look, on your screen, 246-838-8253 on WhatsApp. Send a message telling you interested in the FADE program. Just send a WhatsApp message saying, I am just type interested, or just type FADE, F-A-D-E, one of the two, and we'll get to you. Easy so. If your pastor is not preaching that, take this number down, 246-838-8253, and type in FADE or type in interested, whichever one works for you the best. And one of the admins going to reach out to you, and you're going to know what time it is from there. Because we can't play around. Food is priority number 1. Priority number 2, you got money put down in the banks, you got to reinvest it. The banks are not going to reimburse you when hit the fan. So how do you reinvest your money? I have 2 options right up the top. Just 2, well, 3, but I can get 2.5. Well, 2 3/4. Get it? 3/4. 3/4. Anyhow, number 1, buy metal, gold, silver, platinum. Invest in metals. That sounds a little crazy, because a few years ago, all know there's a thing called cash for gold. We were encouraged to give up our gold in exchange for cash. But now the society going cash less and the cash getting scarce. It should have kept that gold, because what will not go scarce is gold. What would not lose its intrinsic value is gold. Gold will stand the test of time. Buy gold. But I tell you, buy gold like my friends Byron and Swami with Taliban, and wear all this Trini gold all the way down your chest to your waist. No, I ain't not that kind of gold, because Barbados is not a real place. I guarantee you got challenges. You get tech. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Depends. The point I want to make is invest in gold, and then invest in a way of securing your property and your valuables, whether it's a safe that's stashed in the floor of the house, wherever it is, it's stashed. Wherever you got your stash, I ain't even talking about where a stash should be, because I ain't getting no ideas. You sit down, map out your space, and determine which is the best place to stash so that nobody would even find. And put it in the stash. Make sure the stash is secure. There are a few stash boxes. They have they got some in Price Smart. I seen recently. Carter's has a wide selection of stash boxes, very secure. Go and invest, and they're not too expensive. Yes, this is a plug for Carter's. I was only right. Carter's, look out for the people all day, every day. So big shout out to Carter's General Store. For real, Carter's is look out for the people. That is a fact. That is a fact. So go to Carter's, check it out. And they got a wide selection. I'm not too sure what the other places, so I can't speak for other places. I only speak for what I know. But definitely see Price Smart with some, and I definitely know that Carter's got a wide selection. Go check it out. And you got big ones, you got small ones, you got tall ones, depending on what you have, you want to put in it, if you follow what he's saying, you know, and find that space and put it in and secure it. And not like John Wick, where you got to get a hammer and dig up the floor and all that kind of stuff. But and if you have to do that though. I'm just saying, you invest your money in gold, stash it. But gold is one way. The other way is real estate. The market's going to fluctuate, some high and some low. Get involved. If you're looking at building something, it's best to build it before the recession, because you don't want to build during the recession. Everything goes up differently. Some things come down, some things go up. You're looking at buying a property, fix it up. It could be a little net of rental where you bring in a rent or whatnot. At least it's an intangible. But don't have the money in cash in the bank sitting there doing nothing. Find ways to do it. Real estate is also another way you could get into it. But be careful. There's some what they call lawyers that ain't good. The documents fraud, the documents are fake, and in some cases they done sold the land twice already. So you gotta make sure you do your due diligence and check with some folks who might have knowledge on this. Having said that, check Black Lion Security. Usually by referrals only. It depends on who you know. If you know somebody who knows somebody, you could tell somebody who tells somebody. Otherwise, give me a call, 246-838-8253, and we can plug you in accordingly as well. That's another thing you get involved in. It's a good thing. One of the other ways also, like I said, is agriculture. Invest in a farm. Whether you're looking to raise poultry, cows, invest in a farm, whether livestock or food or crop, invest in a farm. Invest in a farm. You can't go wrong. Especially looking at raising chickens. I remember the lady from ADDI, what's her name? Oh boy, Jay, what's her name? The ambassador, Dr. Arikana Chikambori. Wow, I don't know if I got that right. Nevertheless, y'all know what I mean. She had a thing called chickenomics. Now, it sounds far-fetched a bit, but it wasn't. I understood her very clearly. We may have to tweak it a bit for the region and your country and your demographics, but one thing that Black people buy all the time and eat is chicken. Chicken is a big seller. So rather leave the money in the bank, sit down, invest in something. Chickenomics is a good thing. Build a chicken farm. I prefer the free range, so you could probably look at doing a free range, buy a piece of land or invest in the land. And while you invest in this land and this real estate piece of land, is just bush, invest in a chicken fence, some security, because you got a security place, and let chickens run wild. They're going to crash up the dirt, keep the grass down, eat the worms, and feed them natural stuff, not the feed that got in GMOs and stuff. Your birds going to be healthier. Well, again, that's just another way you can do it too. Look into stuff like that, family. Just look into stuff like that. I can't say, there's ways, but that's another one. Another one you could think of, well, I said I was going to get 3 1/4, but 2 1/4. I'm going to give 2 more. This might sound a bit strange, but right now, a lot of the money goes out unnecessarily. I mean, when I say unnecessary, in the form of bills. Now, what do you mean by how you with recession and bill? Yes, because the truth is, you want to cut down on all your overheads as much as possible. One of the ways to do that is to invest in this thing called renewable energy. It's a big word. Well, not really a big word, but it sounds fancy. And no, I don't just mean those panels on the roof and in the grid when the sun shines and whatnot, because the truth is, sun don't always shine, and if you can't store the power, you got problems. As far as feed it in the grill for like the power and getting a check, maybe on a large scale. But what I'm suggesting is ways that you could cut back in your spending. If you're growing your own food and you supply your own electricity, then you could cut back. So investing in renewable energy. Well, what I mean by that? Well, to be honest with you, I have to say there are a lot more technology available that we don't tell us about. Those panels that they see on the roof that the other day that was getting away for free, those are so old that I don't think nobody used them outside the third world countries, because there's new technology for especially solar energy and harvesting solar energy and storing the batteries or the battery cells that last even longer than the ones the same old arcade stuff that was given us. Nah, family, there's new technology. Don't invest in that. That's why I'm telling you. Look, do some research for new stuff. I got some stuff. I suppose I should post it. Maybe I'll post it on I'll put it on the Facebook page, the politically incorrect Facebook page. So if you're not on the page, go like, subscribe, like it, share, tell a friend. I'm going to put it some stuff. We're going to look to revamp. We're working on the IG page. I still got the IG issue. IG is not allowing me to stream directly. I got to do it different, which means I had to set up a whole different platform here in the studio. Camera device, simple, maybe the phone, another phone, to capture that directly, which means I won't be able to share the videos I share or certain things. I have to probably, I'll figure it out, family. We're going to get it. We'll figure it. Mind over machine. We'll figure it out together. If you have any ideas how I can stream live on IG and still share the information, like the videos and stuff, because I can't do it on simultaneously, let me know. I just had an idea, though. I just had an idea. Boy, look. Yeah. Whoever just sent that idea, whoever just thought of that thought, I heard you. I got you loud and clear. That came in one. Woo! Well, y'all smart, eh? Y'all smart, man. Tonight, y'all, yeah. One of the other things you could do, my brother just posted, well, in the same sense, the same breath I'm talking about, less food. Start restricting your movement. Start looking at ways to cut it back. Like I said, cut back the spending. Cut back the spending. Somebody said boycott crop over. Well, I won't use the word boycott crop over. What I would say, I'll be worded. Be more mindful in this season of celebration. In every fete, you got to attend. In every place, you got to go. Yes, this is how some folks earn their living. I agree. But in reality, everything for everybody here. Be wise, family. Start being wise. Start being wise. Start being wise. Wonder why they take up all them bikes. I saw the video too. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. We need to get back into garden and hope the powers that be don't come and take it. We are the powers that be. Renewable energy. Yes, that's right. Them on the bandwagon linking the corruption too. So this is a new era. It's going to be a challenge to those of us who do not prepare. Listen, I can't stress this enough, family. Preparation is the key right here. Preparation is the key right here. That's the thing, man. Still have to deal with the banks, of course. But what you want to do is limit what you do with the bank and in the bank. In other words, you only make bank transactions when you need to make a bank transaction. So you're looking to make a bank transaction, you're looking to wire some money, you go deposit the money, you wire the money, and then you go about your business. You do not use the bank to save your money anymore. You find an alternate way to do so. And just a word of caution, outside of saving your money in the form of gold or silver, you're saving it is pointless. Invest it. Find a way to invest it. Start a cooperative. Trust people around you. Build that relationship. Pool your resources and build things. Do things. Do things together. Anyhow, family, what time is it? Oh, I didn't want to be here so long. I hope tonight proved to be somewhat a bit informative. Like I said, in order to survive the recession, we got to move wise. Because if we having problems in recession, with cash flow and the banks corrupt, or the banks fall and go bankrupt and whatnot, and we lose what savings we have on top of the recessions, we out to sea with half a paddle in an overcrowded Moses boat. That ain't gonna work. We got problems. Can't even stand up straight. So we can't get caught like the 5 who wasn't ready. We can't. Marissa, I see you. I see you. Gemma, I see you too. Joy within is so true. So she said solar ovens, ways of cooking food rather than paying for the gas. Listen, a lot of pallets at these supermarkets be thrown away. A lot. The government come with this thing where you can't burn stuff. But they never say you can't cook food. I just saying. I just saying you can't burn stuff. Okay, no problem. That wood there, I will use it and cook with it. I ain't burning stuff. I cooking. Just saying. So you got your little debris around the house. I ain't talking the toxin, plastic bottles, and the old diapers and that kind of thing. If you have wood, tree branches and stuff, twigs and stuff, you cut down the bush and you got them there, let it dry a little bit. That's wood for the fire. If you ain't got the wood for the fire, you need charcoal. That easy. Go downtown, shout out Lamumba. From what I understand, Lamumba got heaps of charcoal for sale. So you can get your charcoal. You can't go wrong. So one way or the other, open pot food. Listen, if you ever had food from an open flame pot, I'm telling you, something about that open flame make the food look. Fire on the wood make the food taste good. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So yes, I agree, family. If we fail to plan, we plan to fail. Yes, right, family. We have to get this right together. They said last recession property dropped in Barbados by 20 to 40%. Family, you got to time it. So if you got your gold stash and your money stash and the bank flip and cash gets scarce and you got yours, you got your new bills stash with your gold stash and the property for sale, you might get it for high price. Use the cash though, don't use the gold. I'm just saying, just saying, for sure. Fishing is another thing too, family, but that goes into the food as well, feeding the family. You know, investing in a boat, a vessel to hit the waters and try new things, do something a little different. Family, there's ways to survive this thing. Don't get tired with it. They tell you that everything is good, everything ain't good, everything good at all. I like the fact my family said the water tank, food preservation techniques, salt. The water tanks is another harvesting water. Yes, it's rainwater, but guess what? If you store it, if you catch it and harvest it and store it correctly, you can boil it and consume it though. Although they say boiling is not good, but think about it for a second. If you know how you're harvesting the water and you trust it, if you don't trust it directly, go online. In fact, I'm going to put the link up as well on the Facebook page, the politically incorrect page. I'll put the link up as well to get one of those water meters, testers. And what we could do then is test the water so you can verify, once it's good and you could consume it, whatnot. So that makes sense because then you eat your water bill down as well. So let me get wise in these times, family. And if you're interested in water tanks, again, number on the screen, 246-838-8253. Give us a call. We got you covered. Give us a call. Having said that, family, Emmanuel, you are definitely correct. Tonight is hot. She say hot, man. She say hot. Well, you may go invest in a fan. Just saying. Okay, best food, wood fire. Kurt, you know what I'm talking about, right? I'm telling you, man. Shout out to Nature B and Byron Messiah. Nature Byron and Byron Messiah, Messiah Byron, and their father. I ain't never had that kind of food since we were in St. Kitts, man. Oh, man. That food, look. That food in the calabash. I could almost taste it now, man. Yeah. Yeah, that was, oh, man, that food was so good, right? We had that food a Tuesday. I taste that food in my system the Tuesday, the Wednesday, the Thursday, and the Friday. Although I ate other food since then, I could have still taste that food in my whole system, man. Well, give thanks to the elder for that one, man. Shout out to the whole SKB. Y'all already know, man. Thanks for Gemini problem, family. It's all love, family. Thanks to you, actually. In fact, this would not be possible. Let me make this clear, family, because a lot of folks keep telling why don't do this and do that and monetize this and get money from the page and all the YouTube. Listen, man. Let them stand right with them at, unless they offer me millions of dollars, I ain't trying to hear it, because my reality is, unless I do something different, which I'm encouraged to do, and I might just do that. I do a separate page. In fact, let me ask you all a question, man. While we're on the topic, I would never monetize politically incorrect. This is to give the information freely. The same knowledge I receive free, I give it freely. But I'm told that I have such a sultry, smooth voice. I don't know if that's true or not. So I was told I should do a separate page like meditations, affirmations, and just do voiceovers. Let me know what y'all think about that. I can monetize that page and maybe make a little ducat or two in order to finance the rest of what we do. What y'all think about that? We are family, so give me your thoughts on that. Give me your thoughts. Should I do a separate page of meditations, maybe like some good night stories or some affirmations or just reading some passages, and you can sit there with your headphones on and just drift off into the ether and travel the celestial body and just hold the vibes? Let me know what y'all think about that, man. Let me know what y'all think about that, man. Yes, they said they have plants that can purify water. Yes, we got to learn those plants. If you want to learn the plants that can purify water, again, link the number on the screen, 246-838-8253. Type in FADE, F-A-D-E. Can't go wrong. And we'll link you. We'll link you. We'll link you. We'll link you. My calabash tree need to be planted. I'm telling you, food out the calabash. Shout out to the elder, by the way. Hold on a second. This is an excellent way to spend my Friday night. I feel energized and hopeful. It's amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling linking with like-minded. I love and appreciate all of you. Listen, family, Jackie from Barbados, Guyana, Trinidad, America, Boston, Africa, even Australia, Afghanistan one time, and everywhere else in the world I never mentioned that. Be watching upstate New York and all over, man. The rest of the Caribbean. My point is, we one family, and we on 3 nights a week: Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday at 8 o'clock. Usually at 8 or a little about there, depending on me having any glitches in the studio here and whatnot. But thank you for tuning in. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Thanks for sharing your energy, your synergy in this reality amongst the family. We're dealing with a synergy, and we're keeping it collectively moving forward infinitely to prosperity. We can't go wrong, family. So it's all love. Right at you. Right at you. All the hearts, man. Matter of fact, I'm saying some hearts too to everybody. For those who not feeling well, who had a stressful week with the boss, because some bosses can be real hogs, boss hog, you know what I mean? Listen, ultimate lessons, man. Take them as lessons to overcome, balance yourself, control your emotions. Don't be so sensitive. Don't be so personal. Recognize that they're just there to teach you how to prepare you for what is to come. Yeah? So I thanks to everyone as well. Chris Lloyd, see you, family. Yes. Kirk, give thanks, brother. Yeah, it's true, family. We need to build our paper. Brother, man, look, man, you know what? Full salute, brother. Real thing. We need to do it. We need to do it for real, man. The more they think of man, the more it looks stairs, all right? Listen, start to go look at it again carefully, man. I mean, again, like I said, it was for me, an individual who have actually committed crime. Ta-da! Yeah, I know. I still trying to figure that one glitch out. I made changes and did what I supposed to. That one glitch right there. Does anybody know how to clear the cache on a system? My issue here is that my cache is overwhelmed right now and burst at the seams. So it limits the memory for the loading and the up. Because don't forget, I am streaming this through a virtual studio. So there's a lot of things that are needed for this to work the way it works. but my cache is full. I can't figure out how to clear that. Anybody got any ideas? Send me a link. Let me know so we ain't got these little glitches. Because I can't blame the system wrongfully. Sometimes it's just a human error. You understand me? We give too much credit to the devil sometimes. Real thing. Sometimes it just be us and our ignorance. So having said that, Devon, thing is a serious situation. I ain't making a sport with it, but I just think it's real coincidental. Me personally speaking. Whenever there's a doubt, there's none. That's just my thing. My thing. Anyhow, I just saying. Yes, Rastafari. Give thanks. Family, I wish I could post all if I post the comments alone, I don't even have to speak on tonight's program. Y'all did excellent, family. Y'all did great. I appreciate the interaction. My only regret is I can't read all. I wish y'all could see this. There's another platform that actually plays the comments right here. They post the comments right here, right next to me on the screen so that you can see everyone. And maybe I should look at doing so that y'all can also see the comments as they come up on the screen as well. There's a lot of beautiful information here. I can't wait to get off and go right through all of this. Wonderful stuff. Having set up, like I said, the family, we out of here. Brother said I should go ahead and do it. I think I'm going to actually look into doing that seriously. Do another page and just have it as a meditation, spiritual growth, that kind of thing, and share knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Rastafari, right through. You know it is, right? We one family, man. Shaquille. Shout out to Shaquille, man. Young king in the building. Long time no hear or see. Glad to see you. And shout out to Corey, by the way. Good seeing you yesterday too, my brother. I look forward to hearing that music you've been working on so we can share that with the people too who met this thing happen on another level. Yeah. And they got dibs on royalties. I put that in the open early. Got you covered, family. Let me get it. Gemma, you got to give me a call. Gemma said that voice, Absolutely, Emmanuel. Man, don't do it. Rastafari love, right true. Rastafari love all day, every day. Yeah, no, Glenn. I've been noticing it too. I pay attention. But guess what? It could be the words, right? Because it's a machine that pick up on certain words. Like if you say certain words in America on the phone, the CIA as well as Secret Service is knock on your door. You can't do it. But I don't have a problem with ghosts. We ain't scared of ghosts. Joy within, politically incorrect. Secure your food. Reinvest your money. Secure your property. Things tree. Bill. No, not later. Invest in a farm, renewable energy, cut back, and like-minded community. Listen, man, joy within, I like it. I love it. But while you have that joy within, it's easier than to share it with those without. You get it? Yeah, y'all amazing, man. Like I said, man, I really give thanks for all y'all that make this happen. I'm definitely loving the way this was put together. But indeed, family, security is a serious thing. And for those, put your trust in the Almighty. Like I said, whether you Muslim, Christian, Jew, Gentile, or whatever, be truthful to your faith. Because in these times, you're going to be tested. Stand firm, spread love, and give praise and thanks to the Most High always, and show gratitude. Real thing. I give thanks, man. All is balance. Having said that, I got a song here I want to drop real quick. I got to put this song out for my youths, though. I cannot do this without the youths. They say Africa never had a voice in the UN. The prime servant demand transparency. You know what? Anyhow, like I was saying, let me get my song, man. I can't remember the song at all, yeah. This might be it. I found it. See? Give thanks for your ancestors. Love the Rastaman. Yeah. I want to share this tune, family, because, like I said, this here for the youths, family. This one for the youth. So, some of y'all may or may not like it, because I know some of y'all like the old tunes and the certain vibes and thing, right? But this is my brother Yardcore, right? It's a message, family. Don't mind the music. Study the message, family. Like I tell you, there's always a message in the works that I do here, man. It's always a message. Man. Pay attention, family. You got children, family, mothers, you got sons, fathers, you got sons, aunties, you got nephews. uncles, you got nephews, guardians, wards, whatever. Pay attention here. Talk to the youths, man. Talk to the youths. Listen to play, family. It is all learned behavior. Talk to the youth, family. Youth is the future. You have no future, we have no youth.
Can't say them never know.
You can never give up on them. No matter what.
Boy, you know the thing hard.
We're gonna find a way, we're gonna find an excuse.
Get the youths no straight then. Go when me check a stock, I listen all the reasoning and see a clock, I raise them.
No matter how much you talk, family.
I mean, go sight up on the news so much. Echo long catch they in a Salem. Watch them a step with the AK-47 bright in the mapping. No.
Selassie, I please save them.
Got this at the land where me love, land where me born, land where my ancestors
plant corn.
chop cane feel from dusk till dawn when Marcus Garvey shine like storm. Then a soft bus.
Too long, family. Too long, family.
Bob Marley shot the sheriff so him can't see.
Too long, family.
No make no politician take on no fake clown. I put that 6'6" in that.
Politician were.
Puts me straight in.
The mad when the mad.
When me check a stock,
but no faith in no politician.
the clock I raise them.
In none.
And then me sight up on the news how much Echo long catch they in a Salem.
Video peace, family.
Them a step with the AK-47 bright in the mapping. Selassie, I beg you save them. Listen me, united we stand up. Like when Nanny and Sam Sharp them did a plan up. Balance everything like Marty, my plan. I wouldn't take my brother life the $1. When me see the liquor drop a sentence on the white collar, I wouldn't be a killer, say I'd rather be a scammer. Chuckload of money for me daddy and my mother, yes, I saw we be in love with one another. Want to get to youths to straight
No toy guns, family, none.
But when me check a stock, I listen all the reasoning and see a clock, I raise them.
None, family, none.
And then me sight up on the news how much Echo long catch they in a Salem. Watch them a step with the AK-47 bright in the mapping.
Never see Indian children playing with toy guns in my life.
Last year I beg you say,
But check these stores where they work.
the innocent Lord
Bye.
war. From school days, yeah, your brother did a bar. Now a little flare up, one a marrow tar. Big cheddar send drive by.
Whole firm, family, whole firm.
Say you a go catch me and me family a bar. One away a good a day a funeral or bar. Hear me no star. Hear me no star. Take me off fire.
Take me off your radar, man.
But that's straight there.
Take me off your radar, man.
But when me check a stock and listen all,
Rastaman in the problem here.
I clap to raise them.
Rastaman in the problem.
And then me sight up on the news how much.
Imagine Wilfred Airbred is head of security for this nation. They talking it now.
Watch them must step.
Imagine Wilfred Airbred.
47 bright in a man.
National security.
No.
And pure violence around the place red, family. Wait, you really mean? Wilfred resign, man. I ain't forget you, big man.
Them can't say them never know.
We ain't forget you, man.
Flashy.
We ain't forget you. Thought it was over, right? New direction, family. Look like in beer mark sport in Barbados, man. Like in beer mark sport, man. Just so politicians ain't gonna feel safe, though. Watch it. Watch it. I remember the Attorney General, Adriel, what the Braffett, said to us in the meeting once. I forget what he said. He said right now he loved Barbados, As a politician, he could drive around the place, go by the rum shop, drink a rum with the fellas, buy a rum for the fellas, get in his van and go home safe. He said he would hate for Barbados to get like Jamaica or Trinidad, where politicians go out driving with security forces. Now, why would a politician have to drive with security? You ever wonder about that? Anyhow, that's a whole different program. See them from afar, Rastafari. Jackie, we give thanks for Dominica. Jackie, go tell a friend to tell a friend. We are on here again on Monday. Want to see the whole of Dominica tune in. If Dominica ain't got no news for Dominicans, we're going to do a whole program just for Dominica. Again, because we had a conversation with the elder. Shout out to Lloyd, man. Big up to the elder in Dominica. Real thing. Go check that video out if you didn't see it yet. But we're going to bring some Dominican news because Dominica and Barbados have a real relationship. That fella we name, what the fella named there, nah? From Brass Stocks. What the fella name? What that fella there, nah? That married the white boy, man. What the name again? Can't really name it all. What the fella name? What the fella? Anyhow, the fella there anyhow, Dominica and Barbados have a real close relationship. It's time to mend the bridge. I keep telling people the water does not divide us. The water in the Caribbean is what connects us. Rastafari. Yes, Peter. I can't remember he at all. All his pictures, this man with a white man on the back. I remember that picture. That just, like, I can't believe this thing at all, though. Like, anyhow, I just can't relate. Yeah, he got to have an entourage. I hear that he building a building downtown, some sort of resort or apartment building, and he don't want to claim that it's his. But I heard that he building a big building in the middle of Rosa? I heard the Prime Minister Dominica building a building in Rosa. I don't want to declare that it's his. When he know for a fact it's his building. You better hope the people don't burn on the building because there are a lot of people who need homes. But understand that the land belongs to the indigenous people. If he stole the land and he built a house on it, then the house belongs to you here. Go and move in, man. Move in. That's what I'm telling y'all. Because he corrupt. Politicians. You can't separate corruption and politics. It's just a reality. Anyhow, family. And get one more tune. Y'all know the tune ain't going to play right now. I wonder who can guess it. Who would guess the tune I would play? Who would guess it, man? Because like, only tune I could play right now, boy, is nice. I could risk this one and they might. I could risk this one here. What if I could risk this tune here, man? Can I risk this tune? Right now, you go and check for licensing and all kind of thing, man. It's got me on the pressure, family. It's got the Rastaman on the pressure. Yeah, I could risk that this one here, man. I can risk that this one here, man. This one here again for the family, man. Daffodil. Like a palace, people are docile. Nah, man. Lift your head and lift it up high, man. Lift it up high, family.
I'm getting order.
Yes.
We striving for better.
Yes.
And we not gonna stop till the battle is won and we get justice. Because if you lose your stand,
If you lose,
anyone will try to push you over and over.
Gee, Don, you can't play them tunes once, bro. You can't play them tunes once, bro, family. Ellie Selassie first, Empress Penance. One perfect balance, family. Enjoy the weekend, family. Make it strong, man. All the meditation, family. Know that we will survive, man. Any recession, any storm, any hurricane.
I'm getting order.
Yes.
Still we striving for better. And we not gonna stop till the battle is won and we get justice. Cause if you lose your stand,
Shout out to RPM, family.
we'll try to push you
Rastafari Progressive Movement, the whole family, the whole team, man.
and over. Lift up your head and hold it up high.
Mr. Marcia Weeks put in the work as always, man.
You know that
Everybody else making this thing happen all across the Caribbean, man. One love, family.
we Lift up your head and hold it up high. We know.
Shout out to the family in Yaramain, man. My family in St. Vincent up in the hills. Y'all know who y'all be.
Don't be discouraged by the pitfalls and their worries.
The Rasta family, y'all up the hill. Y'all know who y'all be.
Joy
Up in Louders, up the hill, man. Calling the names.
if you lose
Y'all know what talking about, man. Up the hill, man.
there's nothing to gain. It will be over.
Soon come.
Over. Lift up your head and hold it up high.
Hold your head up high, hold it up high, man.
We know that we'll be
Rastafari.
high. Lift up your head and hold it up high.
Righteousness sake,
We
man.
know that
For
we'll
righteousness
win
sake.
the prize.
Listen, man, it's all love, family. We want people. One Caribbean people. Nobody fool you, family. Life is for living, man. Not the descendants, the descending ones. You want to rise, man. Listen.
Now go bow cause the color of my skin.
Nope.
Now go cheat because me want to win.
Nope.
Now see the crown and still no know the king. Now see
Rastafari.
blessing and no blessing. Cause if you lose your stand, there comes someone to push you over. Over and over.
Shout to Troy there, man. Pull out for Troy there, man.
Time getting up.
Armageddon.
Still we striving for better. And we not gonna stop till the battle is won and we get just.
Until the battle is won.
If you lose
You can
your
afford to cut me off, Facebook, YouTube.
anyone will try to push
You
you
ain't gonna stop till the battle is won, man.
over and over. Lift up your head and hold it up high. We know that we'll win the prize. Lift up your head and hold it up high. We know that we'll win the prize.
It's not an organization. It's an organized nation.
Don't be discouraged by the pitfalls and their worries. They endure for one night, but joy cometh in the
Joy
morning.
come in the morning, man. Pick your head up.
If you lose your
Pick your head up, son.
soul,
Pick your head up, daughter.
it
At
will
the end of the world.
over.
This is just the beginning, man.
Over. Lift up your head and hold it up high.
Lift your head up, lift your head up, lift your head up,
We
man.
know
Warrior
that
season, man.
we'll
Warrior
win the
season, man.
prize. Lift up your head and hold it up high.
Love y'all, family. See y'all on Monday, 8 o'clock.
We know that we'll win the